Hey everybody, welcome back to Building Up. My name is Tyler, and today I'll be showing you my LEGO Indiana Jones display. So, let's get into it. To start us off, we have a set I've been wanting for a very long time, and that is set number 7622, Race for the Stolen Treasure. This isn't necessarily the most iconic scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it's the one that had the most impact on me as a kid. I know most of you probably didn't see the Steven Spielberg movie The Fabelmans from a couple years ago, but I really related with the part when young Sammy Fabelman watches the greatest show on Earth and becomes obsessed with the train crash sequence. That was me watching the truck chase scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and that scene is a big reason I'm actually going to school for film. So this set means a lot to me, and I finally bit the bullet and bought a used copy on Bricklink. And even though it's used, it's in amazing condition. Starting with the smaller vehicle, there isn't much going on here. The build is simple but effective for what it is, and it comes with a couple of German soldier figures, one driver and one gunner in the back. But moving on to Indiana Jones, they gave him this white horse like we see him ride in the movie, and finally we have the main six-wheeler truck. It has a blocky design similar to the other vehicle, but the standout here is that dark tan canopy covering the back. It's made of a starchy material similar to a minifigure cape, but was designed specifically for this set, and it adds a lot to this truck. Then under that canopy in the back, they're transporting the Ark of the Covenant, and LEGO just used that classic treasure chest but gave it a really nice gold finish. And that wraps up this set, but that's not the only one I'll be displaying on my shelf. I also bought the Temple of the Golden Idol set that came out I think last year or maybe the year before that. Anyways, I say this about a lot of sets in my collection, but this might legitimately be the best LEGO set ever made. It's obviously such an iconic sequence and makes an incredible display piece, but it also has a ton of play features with genius designs that make them work. Going from the right over, we'll start with the idol room itself. I love the stone faces on the back wall and the tiles on the ground representing potential triggers for booby traps, but let's take a look at the function here. So twisting that tan knob in the front will turn on a light brick at the top, then lower the idol and bring the biggest stone face crashing down. Moving over to the middle section, there isn't as much to look at here, but we do get two functions. The first one, when we turn this knob, we can swing the Satipo figure across that gulch. Then turning the second knob, we can lower this stone door just as Indy saves his whip. Moving over to the third section, we have some stalagmites in the front as well as some tarantulas and that skeleton in the back, but the function in this section is probably the best part of the set. Turning this knob will send the boulder tumbling down as Indy makes his iconic escape. Then you can reset it back in place at the top, and the magic behind this function is quite literally behind it. Flipping the whole thing around, you can see the designers put a lot of work into this to get the motion just right. It's not quite as simple as a ball rolling down an actual track like in the old version of the set, but I think the complex build really pays off, and it's something you just need to build for yourself to believe. And finally, at the exit, we have Belloc and a Jovitos warrior waiting to retrieve the idol.
Too bad the Jovitos don't know you the way I do, Belloc.
Yes, too bad.
While I really like the original Temple Escape, I think it pales in comparison to this one, and I'm glad LEGO decided to update it. However, one thing from the original that's glaringly missing from this one is Jock and his seaplane. I actually really like the build for it from that old set, so I bought the parts and used some online instructions to build it. Then I used some transparent clear 1x2x5 bricks underneath to make it feel like it's flying over the temple. So here's my shelf with both sets and Jock's plane on display, and I'm really happy with it. Of course, those other Indiana Jones sets are also amazing, and I'd love to get them at some point, but my space is fairly limited, and these are the two I really wanted in my collection. So there you have it, guys, my LEGO Indiana Jones display. And please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which sets you have and how you display yours. But that'll do it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. But wait, if you're also a nerd and you want to see more, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on my socials, Instagram and TikTok @BuildingUpBricks, and as always, keep building up.